Today is Wednesday, the 25th day of the Omer, exactly the middle point of counting the Omer. We count the Omer from the second day of Pesach all the way to Shavuot. 49 days of counting the Omer, and the 50th day is the day of Shavuot, as we anticipate the receiving of the Torah on the holiday of Shavuot. So the 25th day is the middle point, and it's under the heading of Netzach, shebanetzach. Netzach in Hebrew means eternity, means also endurance. It's connected to the root word of Netzach, to win. And we're speaking about here eternity within eternity. What is eternal? Hashem is eternal. The soul, the spiritual, is eternal. Am Yisrael is eternal. The Torah is eternal. It's applicable to every day and age. But Nitzachon, this endurance, the Netzach, this endurance is a very important quality that we have, to endure, to be persistent, to be consistent. Despite challenges, sometimes a person is involved in a worthwhile project, in a mitzvah, in learning Torah, in accomplishing something, and there are sometimes obstacles, there are sometimes distractions. A person has to endure and stay on track and persist. And when he does that, he'll be able to win. We're speaking here about on the positive side. If a person is going in a wrong track, that's not the place to endure. But a person should endure and be persistent and consistent in all those wonderful activities that a person does that involve mitzvot and good things. And that's Netzach, shebanetzach. And eternity within eternity also refers to Am Yisrael, that are Netzach, that are forever here to learn the Torah, that is Netzach, that is also something that is forever. Today we'll learn a Mishnah from Pirkei Avot. The Mishnah is the 11th Mishnah in the 3rd chapter that we will be reading this coming Shabbat. Rabbi Elazar Amodai Omer, Rabbi Elazar Amodai was from the city of Modi'in, says, HaMechalel et HaKodashim, a person who desecrates consecrated objects. It used to be at the time of Bet HaMikdash, people would donate objects to Bet HaMikdash, or korbanot sacrifices, they would donate, and once that becomes the property of the Hekdesh, of the Bet HaMikdash, a person is not allowed to use it for personal use. He's not allowed to treat it in a disrespectful manner. And I said maybe even today, when we don't have Bet HaMikdash, a synagogue, a place of learning Torah, yeshiva, when you donate something, it has to be treated with respect. Whatever it is that is for the holy, the Sifrei Torah, the objects that belong to the synagogue, even not just to treat them with respect, but also not to use them for private use. Just like in the way of Bet HaMikdash, if something was donated to Bet HaMikdash, it was forbidden to use it for personal benefit and personal use. And a person who treats the festival in a disgraceful manner. We're talking about here the middle days. You have Pesach and Sukkot. There is the beginning of the holiday and the end of the holiday. And there is the middle days. The middle days, Chol HaMoed, the person has to relate to it in a respectful manner, dress not just like a regular day of the year, have respect for them. We're restricted from even working except for certain exceptions. A person who embarrasses another in public, that's a very serious sin. Not to embarrass somebody in public. When a person embarrasses a person in public, is as if he murdered him, chaz v'shalom. And a person who does not do circumcision, if he was not circumcised when he was a child, he should make sure that he gets circumcised when he's an adult, because that's a grave sin not to have the Brit Milah, which is something also that is attached to the holiness. That is something that is the holiness of Am Yisrael, is to have that Brit Milah. And a person who explains the Torah not according to halacha, he finds a strange way to explain certain psukim against what the Hachamim say. That's also something that is so serious. If he does any of these things I've mentioned here, even though he's learned Torah, he did good deeds, if he didn't do teshuvah from these, he doesn't have a share in the world to come. So let's review them again. It's the 5 things are to desecrate the holy things that were donated to Bet HaMikdash, to disgrace the middle holidays, to embarrass somebody in public, to not do circumcision, and to explain the Torah not according to halacha. Baruch Adonai le'olam. Amen ve'amen.